Welcome back, everyone. Let's get back to the conversation now. So it's the president's comment in London, which has sparked some reactions on the floor of the National Assembly. Of course, a lot of Nigerians are already reacting to what the president said, that, look, the major cause of these security situation in some part of the country, these headers and people killers around the country, is the post-Gaddafi era in Libya. So the president was speaking with the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, in London. On Wednesday, President Buhari had said that killer herdsmen were trained and armed by former Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. The president said, and I quote, "The problem is even older than us. It has always been there, but now made worse by the influx of armed gunmen from the Sahel region into different parts of the West African sub-region. These gunmen were trained and armed by Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. When he was killed, the gunmen escaped with their arms." End of quote. That's according to the president, Muhammadu Buhari. So that sparked a lot of reactions on the floor when the Senator Eyinaya Abaribe, came up to say, well, this looks like irresponsibility. And some of his colleagues were not happy with him, especially those in the ruling party. The leader, Ahmed Lawan, said that is not right and he should apologize. So that's where we get talking tonight. We hope that a member of the PDP will join the conversation, since this has been a conversation and debate between the two major parties in Nigeria, the ruling APC and the main opposition, PDP. In the meantime, we've had Mr. Austin Braimoh. Is the chairman and the national coordinator of the Buhari Media Support Group. He's been talking to us on this one. So, Mr. Braimoh, the question, and a big one for that matter, is the fact that some of the things that the president has said, and the fact that when you have this information, what exactly are you doing about it? That's a big question that has been generated, especially on the floor of the Senate, when they say, look, when the president has this information, what has he done with it?
The president is the father of the nation. When the kidnap of the Dapchi girls occurred, the first unfortunate massacre in Benue occurred, and Zamfara took place, Kaduna, and all over, and this serious atrocities were being committed by these herdsmen. After the first 1 month, a lot of people were worried, and comments here, why is the president not visiting? Why is he refusing to sympathize and all that? You see, so we keep monitoring. The president is the chief security officer of the nation. What he wants is a lasting solution to the problem, not cosmetic solution. If sympathy will solve the problem, he will rush to your house and say, oh, sorry that your husband has been killed. That is, he wants the solution. And he must be adequately briefed. He must get information from all the sources. There are so many security forces, sources, both civilian, military, security, otherwise. Some are even foreign. He has to be adequately briefed. And so that's these issues of Fulani herdsmen, it's not even Fulani. We don't need to be talking about Fulani. It's just that traditionally, those who rear cattle are regarded as Fulanis. But over time, other tribes have joined in rearing of animals, and they have not been violent. There are primary and secondary causes of every problem. That was why in my earlier comment, I said, Nigerian civil war. So many writers have attributed primary and secondary causes to the war. So, but if someone wants to address and ensure that this problem is solved permanently, it's not going to address one side of it. You have to aggregate the causes, and you hammer on the one that if this one is solved, it's like you have malaria, for instance. If you have malaria, for instance, so mosquitoes bite will cause you malaria. If you pass it, you stay sleepless, you did not sleep, it will aggravate malaria. If you take certain food, it will aggravate your malaria. You go to this doctor, oh, you did not sleep, try and sleep. You took this kind of food, yeah, you don't have malaria, don't do it. But at the end of the day, if you do all that, you do not eliminate mosquito from your environment, you continue to have malaria. So what the president said is...
Does it look like this government is overwhelmed by the security situation?
Not at all. Really? Not at all. This government is working. That's why I came up with this idea that he has to work with several information from all the security forces. That's why he don't rush at visiting the trouble spots. It is not that he has no sympathy for the people who are being slaughtered, or the families and the governors and people who are bearing...
So when you hear the likes of General T.Y. Danjuma come forward, and these are elder statesmen, former leaders in their own right. Yes. And they've come forward to say, look, the government is looking away. The army is party to some of these killings. They are taking sides in some of these issues. And you hear former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who has also condemned and criticized his government about the handling of security in this nation. These are former military generals.
Thank you.
Should the nations be worried about this?
Thank you, Shehu. We are all worried. I'll give you my opinion. I don't want to comment on General Olusegun Obasanjo as an elder statesman, a father. I won't want to comment on his own because we know how he handled Odi and Zaki Biam. And every general and every leader will not act the same way. And so I won't want to comment on him. As for General T.Y. Danjuma, a father, a leader, a very patient somebody, he can be exasperated. I mean, the governor of Benue State, we know how he reacted. If I, as a father, if my son is killed or my daughter is killed, my military training and whatever courage I have can fail me. So as humans, we are bound to react or overreact. So I don't, even T.Y. Danjuma's comments, whether good or bad, Nigerians can judge that. And I don't want, but what is important is that the president of this country, who is the father of the nation, who is the chief security officer of this country, must act appropriately in the best manner that will put a final stop to the crisis. Not play politics.
Do you think the president just came out to say he will seek re-election in 2019? A lot of people will look, especially those in the opposition, and say, look, what exactly would you say you have done for Nigerians for you to have the for you to be asking them to vote you again in 2019 if you get a ticket?
Well, that's another area entirely, but I must assure you, Shehu, that President Muhammadu Buhari has done a lot, has done so much, even far more than he has been credited with. You see, let's not bring in this conflict of failure and success, and anger and good mind and peace. If you bring in the conflicting scenarios, it's just bound to put some people in wrong perspectives. We have a lot of parsimony about people perceiving certain things on political climb alone. We need to be very fair-minded. President Muhammadu Buhari, everybody know his credentials. He did not come to play politics with our system, whether economy, whether security, anything. He did not come to play politics. And for him to come out to say, yes, he would seek re-election, he was even defensive by telling Nigerians that he did not even want to speak about his future. But the pressure has been much.
He did say that
yes.
Nigerians wanted him.
Fine. He did not say Nigeria, from my own understanding, he did not say Nigeria wanted him. Of course, Nigerians have been putting, a lot of Nigerians have been putting pressure on him. Just like we say, oh, people are criticizing. So a lot of people have been going through pressure. Let us know whether you will run. Let us listen. I'm privy to the fact that more than 50 groups have visited General Buhari in the past.
All right, we need to go now. We need to go now. Mr. Braimoh, yes. If he runs today, do you think he can win an election?
I'm positive. In fact, 2019 election will be easier than 2015.
That's your assessment.
Yes.
You are an optimist, a political optimist.
Positive.
Thank you so much. Mr. Austin Braimoh is the chairman and the national coordinator of the Buhari Media Support Group. Thank you so much. We did expect that a PDP person would join us, but unfortunately, he couldn't make it until we finished this program. Well, that's the end of the show today, and thanks so much for watching. I'm Shehu Okimale. Bye-bye.